the best things about living in Chicagoland is when you're hungry, there's always something to eat. Whether it's fine dining or just a light lunch, but maybe you want a big old pile of meat. Well, I've got the place for you. Come on, you'll see what I mean. Welcome back to Sweet Home Chicagoland. This is the channel where we feature all things Chicago suburbs and how to buy and sell real estate right here in the Chicago area. My name's Chris Grano, and today we're in downtown Naperville at Smokeshow BBQ to find out why they say it's all about the butt and why this place is setting Naperville on fire. I didn't know they had drinks too.
And then, so this is our ranch bar that we built in the Tupper Chicago.
All right, I guess I gotta be a real cowboy if I'm gonna have these. All right, we're in the kitchen. This is where the magic happens at Smokeshow. We're here with Pitmaster Dan. Dan, thanks for having us, man.
Absolutely, thank you for coming.
So what are you gonna make for us?
So today we're gonna do a couple different things. We've got our St. Patrick's Day feature, which is gonna be a smoked corned beef, marble rye with a little Swiss cheese, Thousand Island dressing, and some sauerkraut on top. And then we're gonna go into one of our signature sandwiches, which is our quadruple bypass.
Awesome.
It's got a little bit of everything going on there. House-made hot wing, brisket, pulled pork, topped off with a little bit of our mac and cheese, all on Texas toast.
Awesome.
Phenomenal.
I love it. Let's do it.
Absolutely. So when we're doing our corned beef sandwich, one of the biggest things that we do, we toast our marble rye. We like to make sure we get both sides toasted, get a good amount of butter on there, but that way it keeps that sandwich from falling apart on you. Then we get our pastrami, heat that up right off the bat too, or corned beef, sorry.
So what's the smoking process like for your different meats?
So most of our meats are low and slow, so we smoke everything that sits there at about 225 is the max that our smoker hits. Okay. We do everything with a blend of hickory, cherry, and oak woods. And most of it, you know, our pulled pork, brisket, pastrami's, we're smoking those for the course of 12 to 14 hours. Okay. All the other items, our chickens and our ribs, we're doing multiple times a day with our pork belly. Those take anywhere from 3 to 4.5 hours, depending on the size of them. You know, the most important thing for us is we smoke it low and slow, but we want to make sure that it comes out and it's still nice and juicy, not dry. You know, you can see it already on the plancha here with this corned beef. Maybe smoked for a while, but there's still a good amount of moisture in there.
I think that's what a lot of people get wrong about barbecue. It's, correct me if I'm wrong, it's mainly about the meat. It's not so much about the sauce, right?
Absolutely.
Just a little bit of a dressing on it to add to it.
I'm more of a purist in that sense. Like when you go into Texas, a lot of people have that philosophy that you should eat the meat for the meat. The sauce should just be there, so if you want to change up a bite and you have a little bit difference every so often, you can have that. But I mean, most places straight up, you get a pulled meat sandwich, it's meat on the bun, and that I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what I want people to do here. So we take that corned beef, make sure it's not super hot. Then we take our Swiss cheese and just mound that on there. Then we'll just kind of steam it up, let that cheese steam up there. So we're gonna get this toast off here. You see a nice golden brown on there, buttery, delicious. Set that over here. Then we've got our Thousand Island dressing. One thing we don't like to be here is cheap with our sauce. So we got this all done beautiful now. Then I'll grab some of our sauerkraut. Yeah. Just get a little bit of color on there. Here comes that sauerkraut for you.
It's awesome.
St. Patrick's Day Reuben. All right, next item, we'll start going into that bypass. So we've got our Texas toast, same philosophy as the Reuben. Getting it nice and buttery, get both sides toasted. Nothing's worse to try to bite that sandwich and it falls apart on you. We'll grab that hot link. So we make our hot links in-house. We do a mix of beef chuck and then pork shoulder. Then I always like to say our signature item is we do a little bit of beer in there and then a little bit of milk powder to kind of hold it all together. It's obviously hot already, so we're just getting it over there so we can kind of caramelize the outside, get that nice texture.
I think sausage is like one of the most underrated barbecue meats, right? Like,
you know, so many people just rely, like there's so many good sausage companies out there, but I think people try to hang their hats on them a little too much, and nothing beats a fresh made hot link that you're smoking that day.
Yeah.
Got our hot link. We start with that on the bottom. Then we'll slide down here and get the rest of the good stuff. Get all that juice in there. Then I'm just gonna grab the mac and cheese on the other side. And we'll finish this bad boy off.
Look at that skin on there, that's nice. That's nice.
That's quadruple bypass.
All right, we're here at Smoke Show. We're gonna taste this amazing food that Dan prepared for us. So Dan, we've got the quadruple bypass. Am I safe eating this?
You're safe eating.
All right, I can't wait. I'm gonna try it just all natural, no barbecue sauce. I'm gonna give my best Guy Fieri stance here. That sausage is a little heat. It's awesome. All right, it's time for the Reuben. I mean, this video might be out afterwards, but St. Patrick's Day is coming up, so this is a perfect sandwich for this. I'm gonna get that corner right there. This is like one of the most legit corned beef I've had in a long time. I mean, no doubt, like from the smoke on it, like a lot of times you get that kind of under-seasoned, lame Chicago corned beef. Like this is the opposite of that. Freaking good, man. Holy crap.
So you see, you take that big bite and it was all that juice started coming out of there from the meat and the sauerkraut on there.
But this is top notch. I gotta try a little waffle fry too.
Lightly beer battered waffle fries. I mean, just that crisp. Yeah. Then you still got that potato peel in there. It's not just like this big crunchy powder.
Yeah, that's not like frozen food section waffle fries. That's like legit. It's really good.
So all our pulled pork is pork butts. Pork butt, pork shoulder, same cut. The whole area over there is called basically the pork butt.
All right. I said it before, a big old pile of meat. And this is exactly it. So Dan, this is your platter.
Yep. So on the Pitmaster piece, you get half a pound of pulled pork, a half a pound of sliced brisket, and then a full pound of our St. Louis cut spare ribs, house pickles, and then coleslaw with a bunch of wine rolls.
You feed a whole family with this,
And
right?
that was our intention. You know, this is a perfect platter. 2 people come in, 2, 3 people that can shout out on this.
You got the finishing salt on there. All right, now put some Texas sauce on the brisket. That was good tang in that. Not light on the vinegar, but it's good. A lot of times you get that tomato-based sauce and it's just a little dull.
Yeah.
That's got a good bite to it. All right. Pulled pork, Alabama white sauce. Man, that doesn't even need the sauce. The sauce is good, but it doesn't even need it. That's juicy pulled pork. Like it's easy to get dry pulled pork.
One of the biggest things is we don't clean that back cap off of it at all. We score it up, so all that fat is just kind of basting over it. And then we do bone-in pork butts as well. So it really just keeps enhancing that flavor. But then we dry brine it too for a day before we smoke it, so all that flavor penetrates down into the meat as well.
All right, St. Louis cut ribs. Here we go. Man, what's the sauce that you guys base these in?
No sauce, that's all the rub. So we do a bit of mustard on there just to kind of hold the rub on there, but then it's the same one we would do our candy apple pork with. That's our sweet rub. So we put it on there and you get that like gooey, tacky, barbecue kind of feel on it. I'm not a believer of basting anything in sauce prior to hitting your plates.
And that's got a little heat on it too. And then house-made pickles and slaw. I promised you a pile of meat, and I delivered. And that's exactly what Dan and Smoke Show did. They over-delivered this meal. You've got to get down here to downtown Naperville and check out Smoke Show BBQ. Hey, thank you so much for joining me today. Be sure to subscribe, hit the bell icon to get notified about future videos just like this one. Also, be sure to check out the Naperville Real Talk podcast and go to downtownnaperville.com to be in the mix. We'll see you next time.